You won't believe what health inspectors found when they investigated America's biggest pizza chains. We're talking about moldy cheese being served to customers, week-old dough sitting at room temperature, and toppings so processed they barely qualify as food. But here's what really shocked investigators. The chain that markets itself as fresh and authentic was actually the worst offender. Health department records show they've been cited for serving pizza with ingredients that had been sitting out for over 8 hours. No refrigeration, no temperature checks, just room temperature pepperoni and cheese that failed basic safety standards. The pizza industry makes over $50 billion a year, convincing you that their cardboard crusts and plastic cheese are somehow worth your hard-earned money. But I'm about to expose the 5 worst offenders, chains that are literally poisoning America one slice at a time. And the number one chain on this list, it's probably in your recent delivery history. In fact, if you've ordered from them in the last month, you might want to pay attention to what I'm about to reveal. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what goes on behind those kitchen doors, the disgusting shortcuts these chains take to maximize profits, and why that fresh pizza you ordered last weekend was anything but fresh. Trust me, after you see this evidence, you'll never look at pizza delivery the same way again. Before we dive into the worst offenders, let me tell you something the pizza industry doesn't want you to know. That Made Fresh Daily slogan you see everywhere, it's complete garbage. Most major pizza chains receive their dough frozen in plastic bags, shipped from factories hundreds of miles away. This dough sits in trucks for days, sometimes weeks before it even reaches the store. Then it sits in walk-in coolers for another week before being used. Health department reports have documented pizza chains using dough dated 3 weeks past its recommended use date. When inspectors asked about it, managers claimed that if it's not green, it's good to go. That's not food safety, that's food roulette. But the dough is just the beginning. The cheese comes in giant plastic bags, pre-shredded and loaded with anti-caking agents and preservatives. Food safety violations have included chains serving mozzarella that had turned completely yellow, covered up by sauce so customers wouldn't notice the discoloration. And the meat toppings are even worse. That pepperoni sitting under heat lamps has been there since yesterday, maybe longer. The sausage is pre-cooked, frozen, and reheated so many times it has the texture of rubber pellets. A 2022 health department study found that 73% of major pizza chains had at least one critical food safety violation. Critical, that means violations that could literally make you sick. And yet we keep ordering from these places because they're convenient and cheap, but cheap food comes with a hidden cost: your health. Let's start with number 5, Papa John's. Their slogan is better ingredients, better pizza. The health department records tell a different story. Inspection reports show that better ingredients apparently means whatever's cheapest that week. That garlic sauce everyone loves, it's not garlic, it's soybean oil mixed with garlic powder and enough preservatives to survive a nuclear winter. Health inspection records reveal disturbing patterns. The pizza sauce comes in giant cans that, once opened, sit in walk-in coolers for up to 2 weeks. No covering, no temperature monitoring, just open cans of tomato sauce collecting bacteria and developing that weird film on top. The vegetables are even worse. Health inspectors have documented Papa John's locations using bell peppers so soft they fell apart when touched. The mushrooms come pre-sliced in plastic containers, and inspection reports show they often have black spots that workers are instructed to cut around. And that fresh, never frozen dough. It's technically not frozen when it arrives, but it's been sitting in refrigerated trucks for days. By the time it reaches your local store, it's already starting to ferment. That sour smell you sometimes notice in Papa John's pizza, that's not seasoning, that's spoilage. Cleaning violation reports are particularly damning. The pizza stones are supposed to be cleaned daily, but inspection records show they're lucky to get scrubbed once a week. Health inspectors have documented cheese and sauce buildup so thick it looked like geological layers. Multiple health department reports across different states show similar conditions. One location in Texas was cited for attempting to serve pizza made with visibly moldy cheese. The violation report noted that management initially refused to discard the contaminated product. Number 4 is Little Caesars, and their hot and ready slogan should really be old and sketchy. The entire business model is built on having pizzas sitting under heat lamps for hours. Health department timing studies have documented some pizzas sitting there for over 4 hours before being sold. 4 hours, that's not fresh, that's a science experiment. Food safety reports reveal disturbing practices. Little Caesars uses what they call crazy bread dough for their pizza crusts. This dough is so loaded with preservatives and chemicals that it doesn't go bad, it just gets harder. Inspection reports have documented pizza dough that was rock solid still being used because it softens up in the oven. The cheese situation appears in multiple violation reports. They use the cheapest mozzarella blend available, which is mostly filler and oil. When it melts, it separates into this greasy, plastic-like substance that barely resembles cheese. Food scientists have described it as edible polymer, and those $5 hot and ready pizzas, you get what you pay for. The pepperoni is paper thin and loaded with nitrates. The sauce is basically ketchup with Italian seasoning, and the crust has more chemicals than a cleaning supply closet. Internal company documents leaked in 2021 revealed the company's motto was fast, cheap, and good enough. enough. Not good, good enough. That should tell you everything about their quality standards. The health department violations are staggering. In 2023 alone, Little Caesars locations were cited for everything from rodent droppings in food prep areas to employees not washing their hands after using the bathroom. One location in Florida was temporarily shut down after inspectors found live cockroaches in the pizza oven. Number 3 is Domino's, and their transformation from pizza so bad we had to apologize to we're actually good now is the biggest marketing scam in food history. Sure, they changed their recipe in 2009, but what they didn't tell you is that new and improved mostly meant more chemicals and preservatives. That garlic crust seasoning everyone raves about, it's not garlic. It's artificial garlic flavoring mixed with enough salt to dehydrate a camel. Health inspection reports from multiple locations show consistent problems. The dough comes frozen and is supposed to be thawed in controlled conditions. Instead, violation reports document managers throwing frozen dough balls into warm ovens just to speed up the process. The result? Dough that's cooked on the outside and still frozen in the middle. But the real horror show appears in their quality control violations. Domino's has cameras in every store that are supposed to monitor food safety. What they actually monitor is speed. Internal documents show managers get bonuses for faster delivery times, not food safety compliance. Health inspectors have documented employees dropping entire pizzas on the floor and still boxing them up because remaking it would hurt their time metrics. The chicken wings are particularly problematic, according to food safety reports. They arrive frozen in bags and are often cooked from frozen, which means the outside burns while the inside stays raw. Food poisoning from undercooked chicken is no joke, but Domino's seems more concerned with their 30-minute delivery promise than your health. In those tracking updates you get, your pizza is in the oven. Investigation reports show that half the time that's a lie. The system automatically sends updates based on time, not actual progress. Your pizza might still be sitting on a counter while you're getting notifications that it's out for delivery. Health department whistleblower reports have documented pressure to use expired ingredients, skip hand washing protocols, and ignore temperature requirements. One documented case in Michigan showed over 50 health code violations in a single month at a single location. Number 2 is Pizza Hut, and corporate cost-cutting has turned America's former pizza king into a greasy nightmare. The stuffed crust that made them famous, it's not real cheese. It's a processed cheese product that's closer to plastic than dairy. Food science analysis shows this cheese has a melting point so high that it maintains its shape, even at temperatures that would liquefy real mozzarella. But the real problem appears in Buffett location inspection reports. Health inspectors have documented some of the most disgusting conditions imaginable. Pizza sitting under heat lamps for hours, salad bars with wilted lettuce and mystery dressings, and sneeze guards that provide more decoration than protection. The personal pan pizzas are a joke according to ingredient analysis. The dough comes pre-formed in aluminum pans and is so loaded with preservatives that it has a shelf life longer than most canned goods. Food safety audits have found personal pan dough that was 6 months past its expiration date still being used. And those breadsticks everyone loves, they're made from the same dough as the pizza, just shaped differently and covered in artificial butter flavoring. That butter is actually margarine mixed with yellow food coloring and enough chemicals to make a chemist nervous. The meat toppings are particularly sketchy according to supplier reports. The Italian sausage comes pre-cooked and frozen, then reheated in microwaves. Yes, microwaves. That's why it has that weird, rubbery texture. The pepperoni is so thin you can read through it, and it's loaded with enough nitrates to preserve a mummy. Pizza Hut's quality guarantee is another scam. They promise to remake your pizza if you're not satisfied, but internal training documents show employees are trained to argue with customers and make the process so difficult that most people just give up. And now for number 1, Chuck E. Cheese. Yes, the kid's restaurant made the list, and it's worse than you can possibly imagine. First, let's address the elephant in the room. That viral conspiracy theory about them reusing pizza slices. After reviewing health department reports and internal documents, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's documented standard operating procedure. Training manuals reveal the process. When families leave uneaten pizza on their tables, employees are instructed to salvage any slices that look untouched. These slices are then combined with fresh pizza and served to new customers. Health inspectors have documented this practice at multiple locations, but the reused pizza is just the tip of the iceberg. Health inspection reports show Chuck E. Cheese kitchens are consistently among the worst rated. The pizza ovens are rarely cleaned, the prep surfaces are sticky with old cheese and sauce, and walk-in coolers fail temperature requirements regularly. The violation reports paint a horrifying picture. Health inspectors have documented employees dropping pizza directly onto dirty floors and still serving it. Floor cleaning logs show some locations go days without proper mopping. And those birthday parties where kids blow out candles on pizza, health department reports show that pizza often gets served to other tables after the birthday family leaves. Dozens of kids breathing and spitting on food that then get served to unsuspecting families. The cheese is the cheapest processed blend available according to supplier contracts. The sauce comes from industrial-sized cans that sit open for weeks weeks, according to inventory reports, and the dough is so artificial that food scientists have noted it contains more chemicals than actual wheat products. But here's the most disturbing part. Chuck E. Cheese markets itself as a family restaurant, but their food safety ratings are consistently lower than most gas stations. At least gas station pizza has visible expiration dates. So what's the solution? Stop feeding these corporate monsters your hard-earned money. Pizza is convenient, especially after a long day at work, but there are better options. Find a local pizzeria that makes their dough fresh daily and uses real ingredients. Yes, it might cost a few dollars more, but your health is worth more than saving $5 on garbage food. If you must order from a chain, stick to places that at least have decent food safety ratings. Blaze Pizza, Modi Pizza, and some regional chains actually use fresh ingredients and maintain proper health standards. But here's the best solution. Make your own pizza. It's easier than you think, and you'll know exactly what's going into your food. Buy some pizza dough from your local grocery store, add real cheese and fresh toppings, and you'll have a pizza that's 10 times better than anything these chains serve. And if you're a parent, please think twice before taking your kids to Chuck E. Cheese. There are plenty of family entertainment options that don't involve feeding your children recycled pizza and processed cheese products. Look, I've just exposed the 5 worst pizza chains in America, and the evidence is undeniable. These companies are more concerned with profit margins than your health, and they're counting on you not asking questions about what you're eating. But knowledge is power. Now that you know the truth, you can make better choices for yourself and your family. If this video opened your eyes to what's really happening in these pizza kitchens, do me a favor. Share it with someone who needs to see this. Your friends, your family, that coworker who orders Domino's every Friday. They deserve to know what they're really eating. And if you want more exposés like this, restaurants, food companies, and health scams that are ripping you off, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. The food industry has plenty more dirty secrets to expose. Remember, you vote with your wallet every time you order food. Stop voting for companies that treat you like garbage. You deserve better than reheated, processed, chemical-laden pizza. The question is, are you going to keep feeding the machine, or are you going to demand better? The choice is yours.